Oh, hello everyone, it's Susie again from Esoteric Trading Solutions. I hope you're all well. I hope you're looking after yourself. I hope you're looking after your family, your friends, your pets, just generally being nice and kind and generous to people in the world, just to make this place a better world. Just thought I'd touch base with a market review and a technical review. A lot's going on, and just wanted to say that Pay-to-Mat is obviously a new ICO. They're going around to YouTubers and asking them, how much money will you do the YouTube for, for a new ICO? And I basically passed on it. I just want you guys to know that I don't like being paid for anything, for a new ICO. I'm not going to go out there and tell people, or put it on the radar to buy or whatever. I don't want to lose my integrity, and my integrity is really important to me. So the guy basically from, it's a token sale, Pay-to-Mat. I haven't even looked at it. I don't know whether it's good or not, but I just don't want to I don't want to commit to things like that. I don't like being paid like that, and so I just want you guys to be aware of that. It's about having integrity, and I don't really want to have to be on the line for sending something to my clients if I don't like it and someone's paid me, because it just, it's very, in terms of the markets, it's very, it's not great, because in other markets you'd be up for bribery and those sort of things, and it's not ethical. So my remaining, very ethical and having high integrity is everything to me. It's not, and as I said to this guy, I went back to him, I said my integrity is important, it's not always about money. So I just want to give you a quick rundown on the market. This is always too long, and I get accused of things being too long. But there's just always so much going on in the crypto market. The market's down anything from, what have we got? Anything from 5% down to about 20% at its worst. And EOS has been hit badly by about 17.5%, rightly so, when they've had a lot of trouble getting their blockchain working. Particularly when they came off the Ethereum platform, and we know the Asians were buying EOS like crazy. So that's down at about 17% at the moment, which is a massive fall. And it doesn't surprise me, because honestly, the thing was going up on nothing when they were having trouble with their blockchain, and it wasn't even ready to go. So, but the market's down simply because there's been another hack, and the hack has been a South Korean small exchange called CoinRail. And we're just seeing hacks all over the place, and it's really important. That's why I thought I'd do a review. It's really important to make sure your coins are not on the exchange. If you hold your coins as an investment, get them off the exchange. This CoinRail is called a small Korean exchange. It's about 90 in the list of exchanges. We do have roughly, there's about 600 exchanges in the world, regional as well as the big exchanges, and eventually there will be mergers and acquisitions. But this crowd was 40 million, and they lost 19.5 of NPXX tokens, also Pundi X tokens, and 13.8 million from Ashton X, and 5.8 million from Dent, and 1.1 million from Tron, which is not great. So just be really careful. There's hacks everywhere. As you know, there was a hack Bitcoin Gold, there was a hack Litecoin, there was a hack Zencash, there's 3 hacks Diverge, there was a hack Ethereum Classic, which was supposed to be unhackable. That was a fork of Ethereum, and now they're talking a hard fork of Ethereum Classic. So the list just goes on and on and on, seriously. And basically, anyone that has not many nodes, like Neo, which has 7 to 9 nodes, or any one that's where you can actually get access to the machine, to the computer power and processing quite easily. It's going to be very easy for a hacker to get 51% of the networking power of a technology and send coins to himself. So, it wouldn't surprise me if Neo was the next on the list for that. That's for sure. So basically, just very quickly, and then I'll look at the technicals. This is the update that I give to my clients every day, so I thought I'd send this to you guys as well, just so you see what we do. We want to cover all bases. So basically, that hack has caused the dump, obviously, in the cryptocurrency market. Also, there's a lot of talk with the SEC, the Security Exchange Commission, that there's been manipulation in the cryptocurrency market, particularly in Bitcoin, and the big whales are coming out and dumping Bitcoin, and there's been massive manipulation, which means the big, fund managers or the big investors and that sort of thing. So the Security Exchange Commission has very broad powers, and they've actually asked the exchanges for the trading data of the exchanges to find out who's actually creating market manipulation and dumping Bitcoin, which is going to be very interesting. So they can subpoena the leading exchanges. They can do anything they like, the Security Exchange Commission. The American Securities Exchange Commission has an amazing amount of powers, and I don't think people realize that. And it's in conjunction with the US Justice Department. And literally, for anything like this, insider trading, white collar crime, you can go to jail for a long time. I don't know any of you know that Martin Shriek of an equity company went to jail for quite a while because of insider trading, and it's taken very seriously indeed. So you've got to be just so careful. So they've launched, the US Justice Department has launched a criminal probe into whether Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have been subject to market misconduct and manipulation. So, and that's what I'm saying to you people. Even if you take money for an ICO, or you take money and you're advising people or telling people or implying that something's good, it's basically illegal. The thing is, the cryptocurrency market is like the Wild West, right? But you could be done for securities fraud. And because I've come from other markets, I know that. And, you've just got to maintain your integrity. I wouldn't do it anyway because I'm a very honest person. But there will be a lot of YouTubers out there. I've been approached many times before to take money to say something great about an ICO, and I just won't do it. I just don't think it has any integrity at all. And there's no way I'm going to tell my clients or even put it up as being something to look at. Seriously, it's just not right. So basically, the Security Exchange Commission is looking at, all the big ones. They're looking at Bitstamp, looking at Coinbase, Kraken, and they're asking them to provide trading data back to January, from today back to January. So, and they can do it, and they will. The Security Exchange Commission, the Department of Justice regulate the equity market, they regulate the bond market, and they regulate the fixed interest market. And if they find anything astray, they will call the exchanges and find out who the clients are, and the clients can be fined or sent to jail. And that pretty much, we've had traders here in Australia on the currency side, foreign currency side, and the bond side, where there's been insider trading or whatever, and they've gone to jail for 5 to 10 years. I mean, you actually can go to jail for longer than murdering someone, and that's pretty scary. Just need a glass of water. I mean, it's taken that seriously because people's livelihood depend on it. People lose real money, like investors like you, people, normal average people that don't know much about things, and they can actually lose a lot of money. And it's just not right. So, the Security Exchange has subpoenaed all these, exchanges, and they have to provide all the detail and prove or show all the detail, and the Security Exchange Commission can do what they like. It's a pretty serious story. So that's a really big story. And watch out for Coinbase and Circle, because those guys are acquiring a security dealer's license. They are looking at both. They're looking both at banking licenses, and they are looking at custodian licenses, and they're looking at regulation by the SEC, the Security Exchange Commission. Now, the Security Exchange Commission has already said that the coins they have on their systems will be designated as securities. It's a given. I've told you that before. It's a given. And those guys, Circle, which is owned by Goldman Sachs and Polynex, and Coinbase, are looking to be regulated, and are looking to get a credit rating for their custodian business, because their custodian business will hold the digital currency of the big fund managers, the big banks, the big trading houses in cold wallets, okay, literally in hard safes, right? Just like the Federal Reserve when they hold gold, okay? And, those guys are looking to be regulated, and they just have to go with exactly what the Security Exchange says. And that's pretty much the story. So keep an eye on those guys, Coinbase and Circle, because once they get everything in place, it's going to give a reason, the fund managers, the really large fund managers and the big money managers will be able to come into this market. And I think it's going to be very interesting when that happens. So I'm keeping a very close eye out on Coinbase and Circle. Also, China's crypto giant Bitmain is thinking about doing an IPO. And interestingly enough, Fidelity, which doesn't surprise me, and I've said this before, Fidelity, which is a funds management business, owns 2.1 trillion funds under management. They have been mining crypto coins for about 5 years. And if you look at their bottom line, they've made an absolute fortune. And now they've said, they are a fund manager, now they've said they're opening up a cryptocurrency exchange. That does not surprise me, because the CEO, I don't know her name, but they are one seriously smart operation. And I've just seen this story June the 8th, and, again, they're going to open up a cryptocurrency exchange, which, they've got $2.5 trillion of assets under management. They're huge. So they're going to compete with Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance and OKEx. And I think that's super, because competition is good. But it doesn't surprise me that big fund managers are coming into the cryptocurrency market, whether they're making an investment or whether they're buying cryptocurrencies. There is so much money to be made in terms of the fund managers and in terms of the investment. To give you an idea, if they go in the bond market, they're going to get a return of 2%. If they go in the equity market, they might get a dividend yield of, say, 1.5%, and maybe, if they're lucky, a capital gain on their equity of, say, maximum, 24%. But we've seen the returns in the cryptocurrency market, particularly when Bitcoin got to 20,000, the return on Bitcoin was something like 48,000%. So it's no wonder the big money managers want to come into the cryptocurrency market, because they can see the returns that can be made, and you can't get that in any other market. Even in the property market, you might average in a year 5 to 20%. So, Fidelity is one of the smartest players around. I've been watching them for a while, and I think the CEO there, it's Jay. I think it's, I forget her name now, but she's a very, very smart woman. And, they're going in and they're going to give Coinbase and all those other exchanges a run for their money. So that is a good story. Fidelity Investment opens up cryptocurrency exchange. So, have a look at that, because that's that just tells me, again, the big guys and girls, big girls and guys are getting into this market, and they're getting into this market with investments. You've got Goldman Sachs that bought Circle. You've got exchanges, merging and acquiring each other. And there is a lot of money to come in, Also, don't forget, Binance has only been around for a year, and the owner of Binance basically is now worth $3 billion. So you can understand how much money there is in this market and how much money there is to be made if you run a cryptocurrency exchange. Also, Japanese financial service giant CBI, which I think is a client of Ripple's actually, is launching a crypto exchange as well. So again, very, very, very profitable business. And CoinDesk, something about votes on EOS blockchain launched imminently, but it looks like they've still got troubles with their blockchain. God knows what's going on with them. Seriously, it's a joke. When an ICO comes to the market, and it's been going on for more than 12 months, it's pulled $14 billion out of the market, and the technology still doesn't work, because it was sitting on Ethereum, and now that's off Ethereum, the technology is still not working, and the coin was $14, and now it's down to $10.90. It's just, I find that I'm incredulous about that. They don't have any revenue, the technology doesn't work, and yet the coin is still at $10.90. I mean, the cryptocurrency market, the way it values things is just not reasonable, and it's all pretty stupid because they're valuing things that have no value. And that's why this market seriously needs to mature, needs to grow up and mature, because seriously, the players in this market at the moment don't understand how to value things. It's just a joke. And they'll eat their words. Seriously, they really will. So what else is there? Just quickly looking through my things. There's been hacks all over the place, so please be careful. Lots of things going on as per usual. The SEC is getting involved in, illegal things going on. Also, there's this argument still about, Ripple, whether it's security or not. I think all cryptocurrencies are security. As I said before, in terms of financial markets, forget about the Howey test. It's when someone buys or sells any sort of financial product, right? There's a buyer and a seller, and they, do it at a price on an exchange or over the counter, off an exchange, and there's a risk of capital gain or capital loss. And it doesn't have to be transfer of ownership. You don't have to own anything, as I said before, in terms of futures. So I believe every cryptocurrency is a security. And my belief, I'm sure, will be vindicated, because already Circle has gone to the Securities Exchange and they'll be treating the cryptocurrencies that they're listing as securities. So, I believe every cryptocurrency is security. Now, that will be good for the market overall, because the big fund managers, the big money managers, the big investment banks need this cryptocurrencies to be classified as securities so the Security Exchange Commission can actually regulate. And once that happens, the big money can come in, proper valuations can be done, and this market is going to be a lot higher than where it is now. That's my personal opinion. Anyway, let's just quickly look at the technicals, because I'm going to get told off for going too long. Seriously. Just look, Bitcoin looks quite negative, but it does look like it's going to head down to 6384. Okay. And I really think this has got to be the line in the sand. Seriously, it's come off so much since October, November of last year, since Bitcoin futures were around. I mean, look, I feel that at 6,000, that's, it's come all the way down from 20. I think that's honestly got to be it. To me, we are getting very close to this sell-off. 6,000 is where I see it on Bitcoin US. Okay, let's just quickly look at Ethereum US. Oops. I'll try and make this quick, because already I've gone for 17 minutes. Just looking at the daily, the weekly on Ethereum, 542 is a big line of support. It's currently at 532. Look, it could potentially get down to 400, but I'd be very surprised. I don't know. I just, this market's had such a push. I don't like Ethereum, as you know, because they've got so much problem with their technology. They came out the other day, parity problems and all sorts of things, and it's just one thing after another. Plus Ethereum Classic, which is supposed to be a hard fork of Ethereum, when it got hacked, that got hacked. And, it's just one thing after another with this crowd. Don't forget, Ripple has an ICO platform and has smart contracts. And now with Coil or Codius, they are going in direct competition with Ethereum. Okay, so it'll be basically, Ripple the technology that will outcompete, and I'll say this, Ethereum next year. Forget about Neo. I don't see them as a valid competitor at all. I really don't. The technology is garbology. It's a $3 billion disaster. And honestly, EOS can't even get its technology going, and I just don't think Waves or anyone else, I don't think there's any real contender. Ripples will be the contender as far as I'm concerned. So, that's pretty much it for me. Let's just have a look at, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I'll just go through, let's have a look at Litecoin. If we look at the daily, we've got a big parabolic sell here. Price action is red. The histogram is negative red. The moving averages are below the zero line. Okay, they're at minus 0.3, 0.6. Still in a sell. Still in a downward channel, downward channel, downward channel, under the Ichimoku, which is quite negative price action. Litecoin looks like it's going to 90.995. Let's have a look at Ripple. I only look at a couple because already I'm 20 minutes. Let's check out. Let's just go to let's just go to the weekly on that. I like to look at the weekly just to take out all the noise. Now, Ripple is right on support here, big level support. You know, yes, it got down to 46.270, but, you know, I honestly think it gets very hard selling Ripple below this. I really do. I'm a buyer, anything below here, because anything below 55 cents, I'm buying with my ears pinned back. You know, a huge line in the sand, it's 55 cents for Ripple. And seriously, you know, they are so valuable. The company is so valuable, and so is the coin, that I just think it's come so far and it's so oversold. It's just a joke. And I'm definitely a buyer here. And this to me is just an absolute quintessential line in the sand here. So I'm a buyer of Ripple right here, right now. And I'll be buying more today. For me, for my own personal portfolio. This is not financial advice. This is just what you know, it could get down, yes, looking at the 4-hourly, 50.5530, but I'm definitely putting in some orders to buy around that level. Let's just have a look at Stellar as well. Got an interest in Stellar too. I like Stellar. So this is an opportunity for me to pick up some really nice coins that I like. Okay, Stellar 0.245 looks pretty good. Let's just go back to the weekly. I like to get rid of all the noise, just to see where it's come from. And again, look, Stellar is so oversold as well. Look at that. So look, I just think this is a great opportunity to pick up coins. I'll be picking up Stellar as well. What else we got? Forget NEO. I'm not interested in NEO. I'm not interested in EOS. Again, as you know, I've been selling EOS. You know, all my clients know that I've been selling EOS. If you're a part of my subscription, you'll see that I've been selling EOS all the time. Now, EOS to me, when you see this structure, an M always completes itself. This thing could quite easily go to 6.91. I'm still a seller of EOS. I see this in the market all the time, this M, right? M down, or the W, the other way around, when it's coming off a bottom. This could go much lower. This is a sell in my mind. Don't forget the Asian markets were buying EOS with their ears pinned out. Now they're bailing out because the thing's not running up, okay? So you still got this big downward channel. We've got a parabolic sell here. On the daily, could get to 8.33. Come on very heavy volume here. This is starting to roll over. This is flatlining. If we go to the 4-hourlies, I'm a seller of EOS, absolutely. It still looks like it can go a lot lower to me. So negative on the histogram, negative on the accumulation index, negative on the moving averages, and negative on my parabolic sell, and right under all that price action. And certainly the weekly looks very bad. If you'd like to join my subscription, it's not expensive. It's $39.90 a month. It's basically $230 a year. I will be putting that up at some time, and then in the future, maybe 6 months' time or something, I don't know, 3 months, whatever. 170 for 6 months, but we do a lot. We do all sorts of analysis for clients. We look at everything. We keep a database up to date daily. We do reviews. We do trading. We're always trading. You know, we're trading cryptocurrencies. We've also got an FX channel and an equities channel for the indices, and we get a lot. You know, we've got a lot of people conversing and trying to look at different coins and trying to make money in this market. But the market to me is very, very oversold, except EOS. And you know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a buyer of Ripple, and I'm certainly a buyer of XLM and even Bitcoin. If it gets down to 6,000, I'm still a seller of EOS, NEO. I'm not a believer in EOS or NEO, and because I don't like the technology, and even IOTA. So anyway, guys, please look after yourself. Be well. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to your family, your friends. Be kind to your animals, and please be kind to just strangers and make this world a better place. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm sorry if it went too long. My apologies. You just can't please everyone. Thank you.